Good evening, press.
Hi. Is this the hotel?
Yes.
How much would it be for me to book a room for my girlfriend? She's driving me crazy tonight. I don't know if
I don't have any rooms, miss, tonight.
Are you sure? Because she has terrible PMS. I cannot...
I do not have any rooms, miss.
Well, when...
Sorry to say.
Oh... You know, we have 16 cats here. I can't take it anymore. I
do not have any rooms, miss. I'm sorry to say that, but I'm sorry.
Will you have some rooms tomorrow?
No, press.
I think you may have hung up on me by accident.
Okay, how can I help you, miss? I told you 3 times and you're still just pushing me, so I can't help you, you know. I'm busy here and I did not hang up. But 3 times I told you if I had a room, I would give it to you, miss.
I'm starting to think that maybe you don't care.
Miss, you're talking like without... when I'm telling you tomorrow there are rooms and you just tell me something different, you know.
You have to understand we both have PMS and we cannot be together tonight. So I was very upset, you know.
Miss, I'm sorry. If I had a room, I'd provide you. I have to go, okay?
Please, Mama, can't you see I've always tried to please? I wore ribbons and jewelry and makeup and perfume and dresses down to my knees. You said that it's a phase, just something I'd outgrow. But I got a girlfriend and she's got a lawn that I'd sure like to mow. Go on and wish that Brad Pitt would come along, but I prefer Madonna in a lacy thong. 'Cause I'm a lesbian, I don't like nothing swinging between their legs. Yeah, I'm a lesbian.
Hello, you're listening to show number 4 of the Lesbian Mafia, and I'm your host, Sandy. I'm really happy that you're listening. Thank you very much for tuning in. I've been trying to, because I'm PMSing, so I've been trying, and so is pretty much everybody else that we're going to be talking to tonight. So I'm PMSing, and I'm feeling really wacky and just like out of it. So I was trying to think of a topic, right? So last night I was having a conversation with one of the girls. I remembered a really bad breakup that I had, but like it was really bad. Like really, really bad, right? And I remember just hashing it out, talking about it, and thinking to myself, oh my God, that is the craziest thing that I've been through. And I think about when I was a teenager, that's the last I can remember being straight, was when I was a teenager. Because when straight people, when they're in a relationship, they have clearer boundaries than we do, I think, anyway. And they also have divorce courts, and they have their families and that kind of thing. That's another story. But for the most part, it just seems, I don't know if it's easier for them to break up when it's obviously time. I don't notice straight people hanging on to relationships in the same way that we do. Now, yeah, there's, a lot of marriages that have probably been going on 10 years too long. But there's something specific to lesbian relationships that even if we know from the beginning they're just not a good partner for us, we'll still go into it anyway. Whereas a straight woman, I think straight people are a lot more picky. Maybe, I don't know. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong, but I'm just finding that in my own experience and of many people that I've seen, we don't always make the wisest choices. And for some reason, I think straight women have a much better picker. And when I say picker, I mean, they're better at picking partners than we are. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. Because for all the fighting that we do with legislation and everything, for all of the fighting that we go through, sometimes I wonder, what are we fighting for? Have you seen the state of our relationships? Have you seen some of these lesbian couples, what goes on behind closed doors that nobody sees? It's pretty scary. I know that behind my closed doors, some pretty scary things have happened. Pretty scary. So that's what I would like to talk tonight about, is some of the worst, most terrible breakup or the worst experience in a relationship, the most terrible fight, because I think that they are funny. Even though they were terrible at the time, or if you're going through it now, I'm really sorry. I feel your pain. While they're happening, they're not funny at all. In hindsight, when you look back, they are absolutely hilarious. The things that lesbians do, the situations that we put ourselves in, the things that we will put up with. What's wrong with us? All right, so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So, all right. Okay, so I'm going to bring in Dee, another friend from Las Vegas. Okay, where are you? I don't even know if I'm set up right. First of all, what's the weather like in Las Vegas right now?
It's hot as hell.
Really
hot. It was really hot this morning.
Really?
It's Vegas. We're in the desert.
Yes, you are in the desert. Okay, all right, so that's not important. When I ask you the craziest fight that you've ever got into, the craziest relationship, what's the first thing that comes to your head?
Brianna.
The whole relationship?
The whole relationship was crazy.
Yeah, why was that crazy?
She not only was younger than me, I didn't want to be in a relationship anyway, so she kind of begged me to be in a relationship with her, and then after a while I fell in love with her, because that's what us lesbians do when we move in with each other the next day, right?
Right. You just fall in love anyway.
You all?
You fall in love by default.
Yeah.
When did you know, oh my God, this is a crazy situation that I'm in, and I should not be in this?
From the start, she was overly jealous. We had the craziest fights, and it was just the worst situation ever. But I was in love at the time, so I just didn't care, you know?
Okay, what was the thing that you found attractive about her?
She was a good-looking girl. I mean, to be honest, she wasn't my type.
Except that she was attractive.
She was attractive, and other people find people attractive. I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe, yeah.
Okay, so then what was the craziest time in that relationship? Like, this is crazy. Crazy, lesbian, crazy.
It was probably when we went out with my two guy friends. Remember I said she was overly jealous?
Yes.
And I'm 100% lesbian, but she just happened to be really jealous of everybody, especially guys. But because even though you know a girl's lesbian, you just, because that's the same thing with me, I get jealous. But anyway, so Brianna used to get overly jealous of my two friends, Matt and Alex. So they came over one day, and but Brianna got a little overly drunk. She was like super drunk. So she got really jealous. And they said, hey, we're just going to sit inside the living room, going to play some video games and just hang out.
Okay.
We went in there, and she sits down on the couch. She says, I'm going to watch TV. You guys go do that in the bedroom. So we're like, okay, so we're just going to set up in the bedroom to try to avoid conflict.
Right.
We go inside the bedroom with the doors open and everything. She starts pounding on the wall and saying, what are you doing in there? Fucking them both. The doors are wide open. They're my friends since high school, and she's like freaking out. She's saying all this out loud, which is embarrassing.
Right.
So I go up to her, and I'm holding her, and I'm telling her, you know, you need to calm down. She's saying, no, you're a fucking slut. You're having sex with them. That's why you want to be in the bedroom alone. We didn't even want to be in the bedroom. We wanted to be in the living room. So I'm sitting there, and she's calling me a slut and calling me all these names. And we've had fights before about other things, and her thing was she always kind of like pushed me in the way, kicked me, and I just take it and kind of just brush her off.
Okay.
And then finally we socked her in the face. I was so pissed off. I socked her in her face because she kept pushing me, kicking me, and calling me names in front of my friends. You know, you're a slut, you want to be with them. So I just got so pissed off. I socked her in the face because, you know, I'm getting tired of getting picked on. She went after me and went to go choke me. So we pulled her hair, and I pulled it down so she couldn't really grab me. And then Alex and Matt came to try to break us up, but like during that time, one was holding Brianna, one was holding me, and we were just grabbing at each other, you know?
Wow.
I mean, I have never gotten a fist fight before in my life, and I've never hit anybody.
Right.
I didn't even break up with her after that. And I'd never, ever done this stuff, and it was just, she was overly jealous, and I found out the reason why is because she was cheating on me the whole time. Mm-hmm. And then the whole breakup process was even worse because she wouldn't let me break up with her. She'd go inside the room and threaten to commit suicide, and I tried to calm her down. And then the freakiest thing is we were sleeping in bed. I was trying to calm her down because I didn't want her to be in my apartment, but she said if she wasn't there, she's going to commit suicide or whatever. So I let her sleep in my bed. Threw us in the bed, and out of nowhere, it's dark. We're going to sleep, no noise or anything, and all you hear her saying is, I wish I had a gun. And that's the freakiest thing for you to hear. So I get up and I scream and I go, I'm calling the fucking cops, and I called the cops on her, and then I end up